Welcome in, y'all. I am Kenyatta Finnezy, and I wanted to talk about why I wanted to start this YouTube channel. So, I am a mom of two. I have a 2-year old boy and a recent newborn who is 1 month. So, boy mom for life. And I'm not having no more. Okay, that's confession number one. Okay, I am going to get my tubes removed. On talking about that on another video. Okay, because a lot of people ask me, why aren't you getting your tubes tied? What's the difference between getting your tubes tied versus getting it removed? Honey, we're going to talk about that. Okay, and why that is real. I am 37 years old, so I am an older mom by standards. As soon as you go to the doctor, if you are over 35, you know how that goes. You go to the doctor and you say you're over 35, and they're like this, and they call you all kinds of old in the nicest way possible. So I'm an older mom, and I did have kids semi back to back. So I wanted to start this YouTube channel to just talk to moms, like find a community, things that moms do not talk about. There has been so many things that I did not know, being a first time mom, and then being a boy mom, and then being a mom of a toddler, and all of these things that come with it, that you think they have so many books and so many articles and so many blogs and blah 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 blah, right? And people never get down to the nitty gritty of it because people are afraid to tell their truth. People feel the guilt, I guess, if if you will, of really saying some of the things out loud that people really want to say. So we're gonna get into some of those things, right? Like, it's okay to say out loud, like, I'm tired, or I love those kids, but I need a break. Okay, and that's okay. So if that is you, then this is your community. Let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. Let's get down to it. Let's support each other, and let's really make this something that we feel like there is a no judgment zone. Okay, if y'all remember that viral TikTok video, that or meme or whatever the thing is that went viral, people were like, we listen and we don't judge. That's what we're doing. We are going to comment and talk about it, and we are not going to judge each other. We are going to learn from each other, and we are going to really support each other. So that's what this YouTube video is about. That's what this whole channel is about. If that is you, please hit that subscribe button, and we are going to talk about it every single week. And I want to hear back from everybody who's going through some of the same things, like whether you're a new mom, whether you're an older mom, whether you have a child with sensory issues like I do. I have a child with sensory issues, my 2-year-old. Whether you're worried if your other child will have sensory issues, some of those things we are going to start talking about and really get into it. So that's why I started this channel. This is our first video intro into that. We're going to talk about some of the burnout, some of the things that I bought during my time of having a child that I did not know that I needed to buy. Even having the second child, I'm like, oh, I have another son, I don't really need as much, and then I end up having to buy certain things that I didn't even know I needed, right? So we're gonna sit there and talk about some of that stuff. We're gonna even get down into, you wake up some days and you don't feel like having to take showers, you don't feel like company, you don't feel like responding back to texts and calls, and that is okay. All right. So don't let anybody pressure you into doing all that. I'm also a wife. So we will talk about, how your relationship changes, having a child. And then, I'll answer some questions. I'll have some commentary for some of my friends who, I have started building communities with, and what they have gone through, some, single moms, and, moms that are co-parenting and things like that. So I want to hear back from everybody. Here's some of your questions. If you want to stay anonymous, that's fine. Just, let me know what your scenario is so that I can make a video and I can be your voice, and we can talk about it and see what opinions other people have or what advice they have. I cannot tell you how many times that I have went on, people's Facebook groups or YouTube videos or things like that to try to get some help. And I have gotten some really good advice from, those videos, but there's always something that I'm not getting holistically that I want to make sure, that you can get from this channel, that people just do not say. Like, I can search things like how, to deal with my child having a meltdown, right? Or how to, tell, family members, if your child has sensory issues and how to deal with that. Just things that people really don't say, right? Or I don't want to really stay in corporate America. Yes, I, love my job. I make pretty good money doing my job. However, when you have to take your child to therapy appointments, or you have to, choose between working and then having a newborn and then having to get some, a sitter or a nanny or whoever, or take them to daycare, right, earlier than you're ready for, then, that's a thing as well too, right? Do you, risk staying there and, leaving a good job and, and then having to stay, or not, watching your kids, grow up, or leaving them alone, when they're 4 or 5 months old, or some people having to go back, to work sooner than that. So we're going to talk about it, hit all those highlights. So I just wanted to come on, introduce myself, let you guys know who I am. I'm also a travel agent, hence the travel up here. So we'll talk a little bit as well about traveling with toddlers, with newborns. We have a couple of trips planned this year, but it looks a little bit different. I'm used to going farther places, so it's like not going far places, driving instead of flying and things like that. So we're gonna get all into that. Welcome to the community. Please hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you comment. Give me some more topics if you have a question or anything like that, or an opinion that you want to hear or you want to talk through. This is your time to do it. This is your community. Welcome, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the community. Bye-bye.